My Visit to Costa Rica by Izabella Chapter 1. All about Costa Rica. Costa Rica is awesome. I wish I could show all of you the monkeys, lizards, and frogs. But we all can't go to Costa Rica together, so I made this book. In Costa Rica, it is beautiful. In my hotel room in the morning, we wake up at 5 in the morning and see the monkeys surrounding us. One day I even got to feed the monkeys bananas, and they took it out of my hand. And one day we heard a howler monkey, and it sounded like this. Ooh, ya, ya, runga. I also made friends with some monkeys. They're even nicer when you give them bananas. Warning, be careful of sloths. They have this long claws, very long claws. Chapter 2. Manuel Antonio. At Manuel Antonio, it's a jungle. It had some monkeys, lizards, and raccoons and rodents. The raccoon one day was right behind my mom, and she freaked out. And then the raccoon was chasing us. And since it's a jungle there, this huge place that's over 100 meters, I always get tired and sweaty. It's so much fun there. Chapter 3, Field Guide Book. My field guide book tells me all about animals. Like, for example, if I would like to know about a frog, I would look for the frog page and read about it. It tells you which park they're in or if they're endangered and stuff like that. Out of all of them, there is the most pages for the birds because there are so many birds in the world. I love my field guide book because every time I look at it, it teaches me more, and I look at more animals, and it's so much fun to learn more. Chapter 4, Favorite Animals. My favorite animal is probably cats and dogs, but you don't really see them in the nature in Costa Rica, so I'm going to say which animal that I'm talking about, and I'll tell you my favorite. Of frogs, I have to say the emerald glass frog. Thank goodness it is not endangered. Of the birds, I don't really know because there is so much of them, so I'll say some of my favorites. The cinnamon bird, the toucan, and the toucanet. The toucanet is the cousin of a toucan. Of the butterflies, it is the Izabella, which means Izabella, and the morpho. I'm a huge fan of the emerald glass frog that I mentioned. I love animals. This is a weird name of a frog. Lovely poison dart frog. It's so cool how animals are so different. Like one has wings and the other has gills. That's how different they are. Chapter 5, Sloths. The sloths, you never really get close to you. You might want to see them because they're so cute, but as I mentioned, they have very sharp and long claws. It's kind of good they're not so close to us because they probably would chop off your finger. I would probably want to snuggle up in bed with some because they're so cute. Chapter 6, Weird Flowers. What I mean about weird flowers are like I saw this really weird flower. It was green and yellow and kind of spiky. And I saw another weird flower. It looked like a peach, just not with pink, and a peach with bumps sticking out. So there are some weird flowers in the world. But whatever they look like or whatever they smell like, you should appreciate it. Chapter 7, Lost Without Dad. I lost my dad at Manuel Antonio. I was scared, worried, and most of all sad. We looked for 20 minutes and then took a break. And my mom said to me, "Do not worry. The path is a circle. You will find him sooner than you think." I said, "Okay, Mom." Then we got up and started walking again. Then we saw my dad. I was so happy. My mom was right about it. Chapter 8, Hotels. All of the hotels we've been to were Isimo, La Mariposa, and the awesomest was Tabacon. At Tabacon, there was 6 pools, a hot springs. At one of the pools, there is a water slide. In the room, there is a perfect view of the ... volcano. At La Mariposa, which stands for the butterfly, there was an infinity pool and a hot tub and a bar in the pool. At Isimo, that's where I made friends with monkeys and where I fed them. It was the first place we went to. And then La Mariposa. And how about you get to guess which hotel I went to last? Remember, I went to Tabacon, Isimo, and La Mariposa. Whisper out what you think now. If you said Tabacon, good for you! All of the hotels were nice, and I loved them all. They were the best hotels ever in the world. Chapter 9, Dreamland. This place is a dreamland. I would move here, and that's pretty hard for me to say because I love Livingston. I like it more than where we live. It's so beautiful there. It's fun, happy, joyful, and people are nice. That's really all you need. You see animals every day. Every day you see bicho feos, which mean ugly birds. I love it there a lot, and maybe you'll like it too there. Chapter 10, How I Missed You All. I missed you so much. I know I said I would live here, but do you know that feeling when you want to be somewhere and you want your friends too? That's the kind of feeling I had. I talk about you every day. I wish I could call all of you, but it will cost a lot of money. Even just to call one of you, even just to call one of you, it would cost a lot of money. I miss Mrs. Finn and some other kids from other classes. It's nice to be back. Chapter 11, Volcanoes. There are volcanoes in Costa Rica. If you're surprised, don't worry. I didn't even think there were going to be volcanoes there either. My dad said to me, some people stay for months and don't see it erupt. When we were driving to Tabacon, we saw it erupting. Volcanoes are probably one of the biggest things in the world. We saw rocks falling to a lot of mess. Chapter 12. Costa Rica is the best place in the world. I thank my parents for taking me there. It's great to see interesting things in nature. Monkeys roll and birds